I'm Alex Stanley Stretch, the Marketing Coordinator at Hoffman Nursery. Thanks for joining us for our Solving Regional Problems with Plants series as we take a look at the Southeast. I'm joined by Jessica Hall from our sales team, who has selected several plants that do well in the Southeast that also solve problems. If you're interested in seeing our full regional plant list, there will be a link in the description. It's also available in our catalog and on our website at hoffmannursery.com. With that, I'll turn it over to Jessica.
Okay, thank you. Drought conditions can develop rapidly with high temperatures and decreased water availability. Flash drought is common in the Southeast. Flash drought is the rapid onset or intensification of drought. It is caused by abnormally high temperatures, winds, and lack of precipitation. These changes in weather can quickly cause the onset of drought, especially in the summer. The health of our soils is a concern in the Southeast as topsoil is being eroded. Plant root structure and nutrient cycling is provided by native plants because they loosen the soil and allow fast downpours to permeate the land and prevent runoff. Nutrients are returned to the soil when the plants die back in the winter and turn into organic matter, enriching this soil. Andropogon virginicus is extremely adaptable to poor soils and is drought tolerant. The narrow foliage allows for slower transpiration rates and is useful for the plant to survive when water is scarce. The deep, fibrous root systems are very dense and are adapted to finding water in the driest of conditions. The foliage turns a deep reddish purple in the fall and then a striking copper color. Broom sedge thrives in abandoned fields, disturbed sites, pinelands, road banks, and other habitats where it's crucial to have plants for wildlife. Andropogon species host skipper butterfly larvae and common wood nymph larvae. It is not commonly grazed by livestock, making it an important long-lived plant for meadows and savannas. The fuzzy seed heads can be used for food and nesting material for songbirds and small mammals. This warm season native grass is perfect for dry berms, rain gardens, and erosion control. It's tolerant of heat, humidity, salt, and clay soils. And I love this picture that you put up here, Alex. That's across the street from the nursery where we work. So it's nice to see that. Anyone living in the Southeast this past summer knows about the extreme heat events. Climate models predict an increase in frequency, severity, and length in the coming decade. Greenhouse gas emissions escalate these heat events, taxing our water resources with higher demands. Increased temperatures impact human health, infrastructure, and agriculture. As sea levels rise, they contribute to increased hurricane activity, as well as the salinity of estuaries, tidal rivers, and wetlands. Respiratory illnesses and algal blooms are brought on by higher temperatures, causing disease outbreaks to form. Migration patterns are also affected by ocean warming, and livestock suffer in the heat, causing lower production yields. Therefore, we have no choice but to plant for resiliency. Muhlenbergia capillaris is a highly ornamental and adaptable native grass, perfect for the Southeast. It's tolerant of drought, heat, humidity, pollution, salinity, and poor dry soils. Muley grass can be found in pine barrens, rocky woodlands, prairies, sandy dunes, and savannas. They are adapted to arid regions and are considered low water use plants. They tolerate heat and desiccating winds like a champ. Muley grass prefers full sun and good drainage. In late summer or early fall, large, airy pink panicles emerge above the foliage and persist for weeks. The seeds provide a food source for the songbirds, and it also attracts beneficial insects like the ladybug beetles that love to feast on aphids. Raking the old foliage out in the spring is the best way to manage this grass, but mowing in late winter is also a fine management practice. With the growing population of the Southeast, we are seeing more and more marshlands and coastline disappear to infrastructure and housing. The unintended result of this rapid development is runoff, clear cutting, and erosion. When dry soil is prevalent, wind-related erosion is an issue. The same can be said for fast-moving water that can wash away topsoil. In many situations, using deeply rooted plants to stabilize and control the top layers of soil will mitigate the damage to the land. Using high-density plantings will ensure proper coverage and quick establishment. Thickly planted vegetation maximizes root zone coverage, helping to filter out contaminants and pollutants in the groundwater and surrounding soil. Sporobolus heterolepis is one of the most refined and elegant prairie grasses. Its dense root system is excellent at stabilizing soil and preventing erosion. It's easy to establish and does well in dry, rocky soils. The seeds feed birds and small mammals, and the foliage supports insects like grasshoppers and leafhoppers that birds and amphibians like to eat. Some threatened butterfly species use the plants as larval hosts for their caterpillars. The graceful mounding habit of prairie dropseed is visually stunning, especially with the coppery orange fall color. Not only can it be used to prevent erosion, but it can be used in a perennial border or along a walkway. One nice attribute is that the mounding habit stays intact even under snow, providing nice form to the landscape in winter. The flowers have a nice arching habit and smell like buttered popcorn. Cutting the plant back in the spring allows you to enjoy the winter attribute. Prairie dropseed is a long-lived perennial grass once it becomes established, and is a favorite addition to landscapes and can be used as a native lawn alternative.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you for joining us today. We hope you've gathered some insight on some plants for your projects or for your program. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And be on the lookout for more regional plant list content coming next week.